My highlight of the week was probably meeting new friends.
Probably adventure course.
It's always the cabin and the guys you get to meet.
Definitely jazzercise.
Adventure course.
The night of worship.
Jazzercise.
The night of worship. Hanging out with my friends and just growing closer together as a cabin.
9 Square with my friends and people from other cabins.
Definitely the night of worship.
Night of worship.
My favorite part of the week is definitely all of the people.
Oh, my favorite part was jazzercise.
My highlight of the week was the night of worship.
The night of worship.
Either learning about God in Todd's wonderful sermons or playing 9 Square with friends. Inspiration Point is important to me because it has been the strongest factor of my faith.
As I always have a lot of fun and make new friends, and I always come away closer to God.
It's such a great community to get away from regular life and a safe place to hang out with friends.
I like to come to Inspiration Point because it's a good break from all the worries and troubles of life, and you really get to focus on God.
Great people, great staff, great food. It's overall just a great experience, and you get to learn about God while doing all of it.
I love meeting new people, and I always walk away feeling closer to God.
It's just been a staple and an anchor in my spiritual and life journey.
I've been coming ever since I was really little, and I really love it. It's like the highlight of my summer every year.
Something I learned in adventure course is that everyone has a place. Everyone has a part they can play, a way they can contribute.
There is incredible importance in communication, both with other people and with God, because if we're not in communication with God, then we're not going to be able to hear His calling for us.
That we need to be there for each other in the hard times.
That everyone has their own role to play.
We learned about bravery and getting over our fears and trusting one another. To trust others.
To lift each other up and encourage each other.
I learned to get out of my comfort zone.
Communication is very important.
We can't do things alone, and we have to work together.
That everybody has their part in God's plan.
I learned that we need to communicate together.
To really work together to get through a common goal.
That just like the body of Christ, we all have our different roles to play.
I learned that teamwork is super important as a Christian because you need other people around you to support you in your walk with Christ. I learned that I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
I learned that God is incredibly active in our lives, and even if we don't feel Him, He's still working in our lives.
I learned that in order to finish strong, we need to always grasp God's grace every day.
I learned how much Jesus suffered for me on the cross.
A life with Jesus is better than a one without Him.
That our life is worth nothing if we don't live it for Christ.
When Jesus was on the cross, He was thinking of each of our names individually, and that He was dying for each of us.
If you believe, you're going to heaven. Not if you believe, but all this other stuff will go to heaven. It's just if you believe, period.
Jesus has already finished the race for us, and we just have to trust Him and finish the race strong.
At the very end, God will be there to give you a hug and say, "Well done."
I learned that we have to keep our eyes set on God because He is ultimately the goal and heaven is the goal. So to keep our eyes set on Him and run the race. Only the things that we do for Christ last, and that's what we should be focused on, is the things above.
God is with you wherever you go, and that whatever you do, He'll be there with you, and that you need to trust in His plan and what He has for you.